Hey, Matt. Oh, let me turn off this Bluetooth. I'm good. It's raining here right now. I figure I would come on here since we don't have to get up early. What you been up to? Let me see if I can cut this volume on this tablet down so it does not make me hear myself talk. I'm about to put the link in the chat for where you can send for the readings. There's Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and then you can do a super chat if you want to. Thank you, Matt. Let me see if I can pin this thing. Pin. And then I'm going to put my website. I finally figured out how to put my website on the channel. Like if you go to my channel and you click it or whatever, it has my website on there finally. My kid showed me how. All right, let me see if I can find the website in here and I can put it in the chat just in case somebody wants to look at the manifestation thing we made. Mm, ain't that the truth? They all know more than we do. There's Dan the man. And Lisa. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Marky's doing a reading for Blue Manile. Okay. He's probably going to say, Marley finally quit bullshitting. I do not understand the way I feel about going live. Hey, Fiona. I will go through this phase of like wanting to go live all the time. And then I just lose the umph to do it. And I burn out and I just don't. And then I randomly come back. If anybody in here has a channel, do y'all have that happen to y'all? Mark is always consistent. I can't, I just don't have it in me because if I don't want to be on here, I don't want to come on live, if that makes sense. Like if I don't want to be on here, I'm not going to do that to y'all. Yes, Matt. I guess that's what it is. But like right now, I want to be on here, so I came on here randomly. But if I don't want to come on, then I just don't come on. So I guess I should be glad that this is not my job because I wouldn't be a very dependable employee. You been manifesting me? See you later, Lisa. Thank you for coming in. And hey, Sophie, I didn't see your name pop up, but somebody said hey to you. Lisa said hey to you. Yes, Matt. I think since I look at it like a hobby, I feel like if I come on here when I ain't feeling like it, it's not fair to y'all. I miss y'all too. Oh, Sophie's at the beach. You have fun. We hope you have a good time. Do any of y'all have a channel or like anything like that that you just get? I don't know if it's burnout is really not the word. It's just like, eh, I don't think I want to come on. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you have fun on your beach trip. You are welcome. That's right. Do what Dan said. Put that sunscreen on, girl. Get you some sunscreen. So Mark is live right now. Of course I come on when he's live. I have no rhyme or reason to my schedule. He's probably like, look like she could figure out how to do it when I'm not live. He knows I'm crazy. It'll be okay. He knows I'm crazy, so. Oh, y'all, it's a blue moon tonight because it's the second full moon of May. I saw that online. It's a blue moon. It's only 93 degrees. That's hot as hell. Okay, good deal. Thank you. You can post your question. I don't know how to say your name. Elk. I'm just going to call you E. How about that? The Cash App doesn't pop up on my phone because I put it on Do Not Disturb, so that way nobody will knock us off. So I'm just going to check it on the iPad. Yep, I see your name on here. I got you. So you can thank you very much, and you can post your questions, and you paid for 2 of them, so I had to restart my computer. My Bluetooth earphones was wonky. Yeah, I cut the Bluetooth off, and I learned to start putting the phone on Do Not Disturb so that you want whatever comes out. Okay. You just want you a blue moon reading, huh? I'll pull you a spread for whatever comes out, and then I will give you advice for like the timeline for your highest good. How about that? We'll do whatever comes out, and then we'll use this deck to give you advice, like energetic advice for your highest good. All right, let's see. Your name looks new, so are you new to my channel? You're welcome. Either that or you changed your screen name. That sounds like where we live, Sophie. Grandma was born in London. I think we're the same frying temps. All right, let me shut up a minute and think. You've read for me a few years ago. Okay. All right, let's see. Just haven't been on. Yeah, I haven't been on either, if that's what you mean. I randomly come on here. Oh, Blue Moon? What is that song I sung to y'all all the time about the moon? Oh God, what was it? The moon doesn't light up the world the way you do. It ain't got shit on you. That's it. All right, whatever comes out. 3 more shuffles. I feel like one thing about you, I just keep noticing this little Queen of Cups lady on this other deck. So you're in this time period. If you haven't gotten there yet, that's where Spirit wants you to go. Learning how to love yourself in a healthy way. You're pretty good at loving people outside of you, but learning how to love your own self because she's holding her own cup in this picture and she's sitting alone in the picture. So that's important for some reason. That's something that you need to master for your highest good. I think you've got it figured out when it comes to other people, except for learning how to love them healthy in terms of putting yourself first because you can't be good for anyone else unless you're good for your own self. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me see what comes out. Whatever wants to come out for E. Whatever wants to come out for E. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So don't try to force anything when it comes to love or money. Either one of those energies, do what's natural when it comes to trying new things or like love or money. So that's the energy of pentacles or cups. Either one of those things, even that's for your highest good, will come to you, even if you're just slow and steady. The temperance card. This is like my divine fix it card. The intervention of an angel helping you from the other side, that kind of thing. And the Empress, her needs are met. Like she attracts it all to her. So when you're in the Knight of Pentacles, like you stay very grounded and you stay very stable and you keep all your steps lined up, but you don't try to like overdo things. You don't try to burn yourself out. You don't try to worry about lack when it comes to money or love or people. But this is like all the universe is requiring of you right now, the Page of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. So this is like not a time for giving a whole lot of your emotional energy outside of you. It's more about tempering it and keeping it within yourself with the Empress card. And the Knight of Pentacles, that's another thing. Don't chase, don't hustle. That's easy to say to some people and not as easy to do, but because I have that same problem. But try not to hustle yourself into burnout because I feel like that could happen to you over the next little bit of time if you don't take heed to what I'm telling you. But it's like there's some sort of opportunities that's going to come in and they're going to come towards you with the Knight of Swords. Here you are, you're the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Swords is going to come towards this energy. So you don't have to do anything to get this to come towards you, but just be. Now, if a new opportunity shows up and that opportunity requires you to fill out a resume, I don't mean don't fill the resume out and don't follow up. I just mean don't be in a state of lack and overdo it trying to get things to be like made to happen. Because spiritually, you're being guided and protected. And with the Empress energy, you're going to have everything you need if you just be and kind of like affirm within yourself that you know the things are coming that you want to happen because it feels like you could easily burn out and become very unbalanced. Three of Pentacles reversed. You could already be in burnout because the Ace of Wands is reversed and the Three of Wands. Whenever we get burnt out, then we want to get hopeless. So if you feel that coming on or you feel like extra tired but you think you need to push yourself further, it's actually the opposite. You need to like create it from within. So get you some affirmations and start saying them to yourself. And when opportunities show up, take the opportunity, but don't force it. Don't run. Don't chase it down because I think that you could easily get burnt out if you do that. Ace of Swords is under that. Judgment reversed, death reversed. It's going to come towards you, whether you burn yourself out in the process or not. But actually, what's going to happen is you're going to get stuck in limbo for longer than you should if you chase it, because anything you chase runs from you. So I feel like it's going to be kind of like a dog chasing its tail. And you're kind of at that point where you can choose to have faith, even though you can't see whatever this is outside of you around love, money, something like that. Because, see, it's going to come to you regardless. But you can do it the easy way or you can do it the hard way. Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is a self defeating thought pattern of some sort. So all of this is internal, whatever this is that you got going on. It's easier said than done, I know, but I'm proof. You can make it happen without having to chase it. And if you're already in that energy of feeling burnout or discouraged about it, sit still for a little while. Whether you do anything or not, 3 months is going to pass, right? So tomorrow's June 1st. Take the next 3 months, focus on a certain affirmation, and tell yourself that thing over and over every day in your spare time, and just try it. Look at it as a science experiment. If you're already in the burnout phase, you just need to sit down a minute, because if you're chasing something, it's going to run. But whatever this is, ultimately for your best good, is like in your vicinity, and it's going to come to you regardless, as long as you just be. And just don't overgive to people outside of you. Nine of Wands, Three of Swords. Don't overgive to the people in your world. And I do feel like you're at this energy where this could go either way for you. You could go ahead and have to like go around your elbow to get to your ass by chasing it, by feeling that lack feeling, by feeling that this thing is not coming to you, love, money, something around those two energies, water or pentacles. And you can take it two different ways. I feel like it'll be faster. It'll kind of just flow towards you if you allow it. But chasing it's going to push it further out. That's what I think. I hope that makes sense. I don't know what this is, but it's something that is just out of your grasp. And the only reason why it's just out of your grasp is because your energy is on a subconscious level, is kind of like chasing towards it. But if you just slow down, stop over giving your emotional energy out, it's going to come towards you, Knight of Swords. And it's a divine intervention with the Temperance, and she's going to manifest whatever it is. And try to just focus on like your job is to keep your vibration in the best possible place you can keep it. And you don't even have to use that word. What is your vibration? It's your mood. It's the way you feel most of the time. So the majority of your day, how do you feel? And if you feel like that's off, then start to monitor your thinking. How's your thoughts going? Well, let's start to change them. That takes work and it's annoying, but it's one of those internal things that you need to do more than anything. And don't chase whatever this is. Don't try to make it fit in the box. Don't try to make a square peg fit in a circle hole. She's probably going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about, Marley? I hope this made sense. I feel like I'm telling you about my own self, what I do to myself sometimes. All right, let's make sure she heard it and tell me if it made sense. It does make sense. Okay, good. So, do you want me to do an advice spread for your next part? Or do you have a question about that part? Whatever you want me to do is good with me. I'm trying to read all y'all stuff, catch up, because I wasn't trying to read it while ago. Because, okay, if I want to, thank you. All right, let's go. 5 shuffles for advice for E. All right. And then I'll give you some oracle cards just for the hell of it. Oracle cards are fun. Thank you, Tanya. I just saw your name for the first time. I think my phone chat was frozen. So I just saw it pop up on the iPad. So thank you very much. All right, let's give E advice. Y'all realize after next month, we're halfway through 2026? Is that not nuts? That's nuts to me. All right, advice for E. What's her best advice? You know what, E? You may not like doing this, so if you don't, it's fine. But if you this is what I've been using and it's been working. I can't go into like a huge detail because we're on like a public platform and I'm so secretive with my little Scorpio self. But I'll just tell you that it has been working and I've been using it off and on since December, but I can tell like physical things happening. So you should download this Parrot app. If you feel like that last reading resonated and you need to be in a good vibration to get what you want to come towards you, you know what I'm saying? That's the name. That's how you spell it, parrot, just like the bird. And you record yourself saying a simple affirmation. So if you don't want to focus on one thing because you feel like it gives you too much resistance, then do something simple like everything in my life is perfect, like an umbrella affirmation. And put it in your earbuds, like when you go to sleep at night, or when you're washing dishes, or when you're exercising, when you're doing something that you don't feel like manually thinking this, but you know it would be good for you if you could get this programmed into your subconscious. And it's going to sound weird at first because I felt like I could not stand to hear my voice over and over in my earbud, and sometimes it would even give me headaches. But it started to create physical results in my reality. Like, well, I used it when I came to move here a couple years ago, and it worked because I was able to get this without anybody else signing with me. And if you knew my situation, you would have knew that was not a possible thing, but it happened. And then I kind of fell off and stopped using it. And then probably a little after Christmas, I started trying to do different avenues of making money. And some things happened in the past couple weeks. So all I'm telling you is it works, even if it feels frustrating and you can't see it immediately. And I'm a real person. I have no reason to lie to you. It works. Just simple affirmations, something that you don't have to put a lot of effort into. And if you want to keep it really simple, everything in my life is perfect. But if you want something specific, do that and play it in the background on low on your earbuds. And then if you can think that affirmation, when you're not listening to it. And you don't have to feel like it's true. Whoever says that is a liar. They may not know they're a liar, but they are, because I have never felt like it was true. I felt like I was doing it so I could believe it to be true. And I never believe something like that is true until it's showing up in my reality. So that's how I know it works. Yes, Fiona, you should. It's free. Like, it's totally free. And I have an iPhone, so I guess it's on the for the Androids too. I'm not sure, but I'm telling y'all it works. Let me tell you how to make it work though. Not making it work, but how it works the most in my reality is I give up. And I don't give up like I don't think this is ever going to work. I just say, F it. Nothing's changing. I'm doing all this, just whatever. Whatever happens, happens. I don't care. And it's like you release the need for it to look a certain way or be a certain way. And then it just shows up. It's like when you energetically kind of like whatever it, and you don't feel any emotion towards the affirmations, you don't believe it, you don't have faith, you don't have none of that. You're just like, I'm doing this because I want to make it happen and I don't know what else to do. So screw it. Here we go. And I don't know what it's going to look like and how it's going to happen, but here we go. That's what your energy has to say. Not your words, if that makes sense. It's like energetically you got to be in that place. All right, NC, I'll get you next, baby. All right, let me give E some advice while I'm running my mouth. Me and my ADHD brain. I know, Dan. I made my bed for like 6 months, and it's made right now. My bed is literally made in this moment, all because of that. Y'all talking about food? Emily's been cooking stuff from scratch lately with like sweet stuff. She made me some peanut butter cookies. They were good. All right, advice. All right, so your advice is to make some sort of decision to look at things from a different perspective. You may have like the end of a certain cycle in your life and it feels like it won't ever end and give you that new thing. So you're almost like in an in between energy and it can make you feel kind of like stuck in some ways with the Wheel of Fortune reversed and the Death reversed. And sometimes when the Death card shows up, it's Scorpio, but it's a very slow ending of one cycle and beginning of another, and even the World reversed. So it's almost like I'm at the end of this certain cycle in whatever this subject is, and I kind of feel stuck in this spot. And it sucks. That's the way I'm perceiving it. This sucks. And it's easy to think that because we're humans. And it does suck when we feel stuck. But I'm going to choose to grab whatever lesson is in this because the Page of Pentacles reversed. I'm going to have a new perspective, hangman. And I'm going to decide to look at it from a different perspective, that this is helping me. And I can't wait to figure out how it does. Now you've transmuted that energy of stuckness and it's going to help you move forward. Chariot and the Queen of Wands. I know that sucks, but that's how you have to do it. And sometimes it takes us longer. Don't put a timeline on how long something's supposed to end and begin. And don't put a timeline on how long you may feel stuck in something. Because we have to learn certain things and it sucks. I'm with you. But if you can somehow script it or assign a positive meaning to it and just tell yourself that, because a belief is nothing more than a thought that you keep thinking. So if you can just keep telling yourself whatever this thing is that you kind of feel in limbo about or stuck about, assign a positive meaning to it. And I feel like that will bring you forward and give you some sort of like fire and movement in some way. Y'all talking about some kind of food. Because I think you feeling stuck or like you're ready for this cycle to end and a new one to begin. And I use a journal to do that usually, but some people don't like to use journals. All right, I'm going to give you 3 oracle cards and then I'll get NC. Give you some Miss Bikini oracles. That's what I call them anyway, because she sent them to me. All right. Face challenges that might be foolish enough to face you. To me, this is like that Queen of Wands that showed up in your advice because it's a lion, which is fire energy. So face challenges that might be foolish enough to face you. If you're feeling stuck or in limbo or something's bigger than you are or you don't know the solution, that's when you choose to look at it from a new perspective and start to journal it at night before you go to bed. How is this helping you being in this stuck energy? You're literally changing the energy of the situation by assigning the positive meanings. You know what I'm saying? You're transmuting it in real time. With my 100 journals, I can't tell you how much I've done that. Oh, yeah, we got the Gilmore Girls. I'll give you a Gilmore Girl, too. If you want a Gilmore Girl, you gotta love the Gilmore Girls. Take time to make your soul happy. This is goes with this Queen of Cups that keeps sticking out. The energy that you put out towards other people that you care about, start to, even if it's small things, start to do things towards yourself in that way. Even if it's only an hour a week, y'all, we have to start where we are. You know what I'm saying? If we have a hard time doing things because we love ourselves, take an hour a week. If you've already gotten that far, then up the ante, but you got to start somewhere is what I mean. All right. Make today an adventure. And then I'll give you a Gilmore Girl card just because they're fun. And then NC, you'll be next. I love Gilmore Girls. All right, E. You got Luke's Diner. I don't know if you've ever watched the Gilmore Girls, but if you haven't and you have Netflix, you should search it up. It's a very feel good show. Me and my daughter watch it every day on repeat. All right, what number is Luke's Diner? 45. So number 45 breaks down to a 9, which is just like an ending to one cycle, but you haven't quite made it yet. And I feel like that's a theme in your readings too. All right. Luke's Diner is not fancy. It's a diner, after all, a place where the residents of Stars Hollow can just grab a bite and be themselves with no pressure. The diner is a reflection of Luke himself, who values authenticity above all else. When things feel like they're changing at lightning speed, it's even more important to ensure that you've always got a safe place to return to. Preferably a place where pancakes, coffee, and the people you love are ready and waiting for you. I love it. Okay. Thank you, E. I hope it all made sense. We gotta make Dan watch. You're welcome. Thank you, baby. We gotta make Dan watch the Gilmore Girls with Miss Aquarius. She'll like the Gilmore Girls. Any girl has to like the Gilmore Girls. I don't feel like it's possible to not. I must have missed that during Monday Night Football. If you have Netflix, you can. That's so true, Fiona. Bless you. All right, NC, are you still here? She said, "What's coming in June?" June. Okay. When you're saying what's coming in June, do you mean like love or money or anything I see just pop, just whatever comes out? They had 6 big ones in stock and 20 little ones in stock the other day, Tanya. I was so happy. It don't take much to make me happy. Y'all about to see my tail get up and all in y'all's face. 1 second. I'm probably lost my vape. Oh no, I found it. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay. Y'all are in that vibe today. Just whatever wants to come out, huh? I can dig it. Yes, Fiona. And it was like their happy place because they ate there like on a daily basis. All right. What deck am I going to use, NC? This deck right here, one of these, I don't know if y'all can see, like one of the like this deck was my very first one of my Rider Waite. And then this was like, I don't know, my fourth or fifth one. And I lost a couple cards from my first deck when we moved. And I lost a couple of these. And I love both of these so much because they were broke in. So what I did was I went through manually and I either got Emily or Gage, one of them two. We laid all the cards out. There's 78 cards. And we figured out which ones was missing. And I made a whole deck out of my 2 favorite Rider Waite decks. I don't know why I'm telling y'all that, but it's my favorite. I don't like getting like breaking them in, you know? All right, NC, what's coming in June? You gotta do what you gotta do, right? What's coming in June? Two more shuffle. Fiona done started watching hockey. Whoever plays hockey has to be tough. They be knocking each other's teeth out and everything. What's coming in June? Queen of Cups must be another theme of the day because E's reading, I kept noticing this Queen of Cups on this mini deck. Okay, so I don't know if you have a person that may try to come back around towards you in June. I'm not saying that it's romance because we asked for whatever wants to come out. But the Tower reversed is about a card of somebody trying to come back after there could have been an argument or a disagreement or some kind of thing. And it's like they want to bring it all forward with the moon reverse. They want to put everything out on the table and discuss this in some way. Page of Swords. Like they're wondering how you'll take this. The King of Swords reversed. There could have been like ugly words said, or one person could have gotten angry or sad, something in that vicinity. And this could be a friendship, a family member, a coworker, or romance. It could be any of those things. Just a person that may want to make things right with you in some way. And the advice is like not to let what your priorities and what you're trying to work towards get put on the back burner if this person comes into your world because you're in this progression energy. The Eight of Pentacles is where you do what you can with what you have, where you are, and you're very much working towards a goal. And you deserve whatever you get out of the Eight of Pentacles because you put an authentic work effort into it. It's like a work from the heart, in my opinion. I know it's a Pentacle card, but to me, the Eight of Pentacles is where even if your boss isn't looking, you're doing your best when you're in this energy. And then the Nine of Pentacles is the step up from that. Here's the rewards. She's reaping the benefits of this Eight of Pentacles energy. So even though this other person is showing up in June, just the most important thing here is that you are on this progression with either your time or your money. It's pentacle related. So it's something in your, what do you call that word? My brain's dead today. Priorities. I couldn't think of that. But it's like in your priorities, you're working towards some kind of goal and you're making noticeable progress over the month of June. So, who or whatever this is, I don't think it's very important as to whether you let them around and get everything out on the table. The thing that's important about it is don't let them get in the way, energetically, even, and stop it going to the next level because the 10 of Pentacles is reversed. So, you have the progression 8, 9, 10 of Pentacles is reversed, but this is the underlying energy with the devil behind it. So whoever's energy this is, it's not like the end of the world if you have a conversation with this person. But since there was some kind of hurt feelings going on, you don't want to get caught up in it too much. Be like the Page of Swords, not a whole lot of effort there. You know what I'm saying? And keep your eye on your own cup here, your emotional stability and health. Queen of Cups energy. She's looking at her own cup because they could come off like saying exactly what you want to hear, but then whenever y'all bring it all out on the table with the moon reversed, there may be some stuff that still kind of like hurts. It's like this can be a grudge after anger too. So don't let whatever this is get in the way of your progression with your pentacles. Because even though the tarot is kind of dramatic with the devil energy, it can be something as simple as someone that you really didn't get something straight between the two of you, and you kind of do hold a little bit of something towards them, but you're just kind of like focused in on your goals. And then this person comes in and they come off like they want to really work on it, and they come off like saying exactly what you want to hear. Don't drop your guard quickly. Just, if you want to have a conversation with them, fine, but don't let them get in the way. And go ahead as you're hearing me say this and make that decision, because you've come a long way with this. Because under that is the Seven of Pentacles. So this is something that's taking you patience and time and effort. Even if this is just energetically, I don't know, but it's very obvious, like Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, the nine. That's where you're going in the month of June. And you don't want the devil energy to cause the Ten of Pentacles to be reversed as the year progresses on. So whoever is outside of you that could come around, even if it's just a friend that tries to take up your time to a point that you can't focus on your priorities here, something like that. Don't let that person sway you away from your vision. I'll leave it that simple. It doesn't have to be romance. It could be anything. That's a person outside of you. Even as simple as a coworker who doesn't like to do their job, so they're constantly running their mouth, and you're trying to get employee of the month. So now they're always in your way, and they're always gossiping, and you don't want to let them get in your way. See, it could be simple. It don't have to be like, it always looks scary when the devil shows up, but we have this energy around us daily. It's just how we choose to interact with it that matters. So go ahead and make that decision right now before you get off my live, before you go to bed at night, as you're laying down, that you're going to keep your vision locked in on this progression of pentacles. Because this can be about you gaining money, you having more free time, a promotion. It can be a side business that you have an idea about and you want to put effort and time into it. This is saying it's going to pay off. You're really going to get somewhere with this if you don't just have the idea and then throw it by the wayside. There's something here. All right. Does that make sense, NC? And let me know if you want some oracle cards to go with it too. Northern Exposure. I never watched that. Okay, totally does. All right, I'm going to give you some oracle cards. Let's see what you get. And I'll give you a Gilmore Girls one too. And if you need a feel good show, go to Netflix and watch the Gilmore Girls. You said to watch that, look up that show? Let me screenshot it. Okay, I screenshotted it. All of y'all know about this show, and I never heard of it. You love the Gilmore Girls, NC? I hear somebody out there. They must be like riding their little side by side, like the neighbors or something. We live out in the middle of nowhere, so if you hear like somebody driving, you always know like it's got to be somebody that lives out here somewhere. Hug someone today. This doesn't have to necessarily be hug either. My opinion, all these are energetic. So if you're at the coffee shop and you see like this single mom, you ain't gonna know all that, but let's just go with it, right? There's a single mom, or she's at least by herself, and she's got three kids, and one of them screaming, and one of them saying they got to go to the bathroom, and you think that she's having a rough time, and you quietly pay for her coffee, and like you put a cute little note on there. There you go. That's hugging someone today. You see a waitress who's 6 months pregnant and she's waiting tables and you feel like she's having a rough time, but she's working hard, and you leave her an extra 20 and you put a note on it. That's hugging someone today. You know what I mean? You hold the door for somebody. Something simple. You tell somebody good morning. You talk to the little old lady that's alone at the diner, and you take 10 minutes out of your day to listen to her story. You hugging someone today, you know? Whether you think you can or cannot, you are right either way. I feel like this message goes with your progression of the pentacle energy. Whether you think you can or you cannot, you're right either way because you're already in the progression energy. The Seven of Pentacles was down there under some other cards. You've already had the patience, you've already planted the seeds. You already have the work ethic you need. The Eight of Pentacles was upright, and the Nine of Pentacles was next. This is about you being able to be fully self sufficient in this thing. All right, one more of these, and then I'll give you a Gilmore Girl. Be the reason somebody smiles today. So that goes along with the hug someone, right? Even little things we do can make a difference on the planet, you know? And some people make you just want to piss in their cornflakes. I know. I get it. All right, let's give you a Gilmore Girl card. They grilled a beaver tail. You eat it? Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Y'all, I might would eat it if I was hungry. You know, like I ain't gonna say what I won't eat if I'm hungry because I never been that hungry, right? And it ain't hungry. When you eat something like a beaver tail, you got to be hungry. There's a difference. Hungry and hungry is two different states of being. I'm with you, Fiona. Like, I don't know the level of hunger I'd have to even be willing to try that thing. And everybody says stuff tastes like chicken. I don't trust them though. Why it all tastes like chicken? I think y'all just telling me that so I'll bite it. You know? A beaver tail. It might have some hair on it. Mm. I think that I don't know. You know what came to my brain is like beef jerky. I don't know. You got Luke's Diner, but the last person got Luke's Diner, so we're putting it back so we can read a different card. Because Luke's Diner is basically about being your authentic self and having that real cozy place to come to, making that place for yourself. Chickens have some feathers on it, yeah. But by the time I get to them, I guess it's, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I grew up eating chicken. A beaver just seemed like that's out of my realm. Anything wild doesn't have much fat on it. You got Lorelai Gilmore. That means you a tough cookie. You got her. Let's see what it says. That's the mom in the show. All right. It says Lorelai Gilmore, the mother. By all accounts, the young Lorelai Gilmore had everything: wealthy parents, a beautiful house, a planned society debut. But Lorelai ended up, so they're saying basically growing up, she had a rich life in her younger years. But Lorelai ended up on a different path, getting pregnant as a teenager and creating her own life from scratch in her signature witty and spontaneous way, starting as a hotel housekeeper and working her way up to eventually owning the Dragonfly Inn, all while raising Rory without the expectations of her own childhood. Lorelai proved the conventional path isn't always the best one. Sometimes magic comes from rolling with the punches and learning as you go. I feel like this is a really good one for you to get because you got those pentacle cards all in progression. So even if you haven't like worked on this thing a lot or you feel like you haven't gotten like a foundation built for this thing yet, I don't know what it's talking about. If it's just an idea and you really have thought about it, but you always like feel this deep calling to do it, but you don't always put the effort in, do the thing. Do the thing because you can make it work. You can make it work. Whatever that pentacle thing is for you. I know Lorelai could always dress so good with her tacky stuff was always so cute. Hey Goodman, and y'all subscribe to Goodman if you haven't. He's the YouTube DJ around here. Mark does that too, but his is on TikTok, but I used to bring home the what during hunting season? We had to make up some kind of dry rub to get the funk out. You brought home the what is that? Y'all had to put the dry rub on it so it wouldn't taste funky? That's some kind of seasoning? You got me over here picturing roadkill. Oh, a wild bird, okay. Y'all would bring home the wild bird and then y'all would have to put the seasoning on it to where it wouldn't taste wild and then y'all would cook it up and eat it. Hey, that's a survivor. It's like a wild mountain chicken. When Gage was in Hawaii staying with his friend Jake, he said they had wild chickens everywhere. I wonder if that's what it was. Or maybe they're just regular chickens. I don't know. He said like everywhere you went because Hawaii's so packed with people. I guess because it's so small, but there's so many people there, you know? He said like the chickens are everywhere. A wild mountain chicken. Y'all got a chicken from up the holler. I'm just kidding. They're like, "Where'd you find that chicken?" He was down in the holler. I don't know why my brain thinks it's such weird shit. That was my life. We didn't run to the grocery store every day. Y'all had to basically live off the land, literally. Mm. It made people more tough back then, that's for sure. We don't have any, like, idea of how that is now. I think that's why there's so many deer around here because they're so bad on our road that like, my mom hit a deer coming from my house a couple months ago. But every time you're driving, you have to go, like, 35 or 40 at night right here at my house because there's so many deer. Because people don't hunt like they used to. And they've populated, like, overly. The population is, like, dense. She was okay, but she did total her car, and, like, she wasn't even going fast. She was, basically just came by here to eat supper with me one night, and then on the way home, it just, like, came out and hit her, basically. It's because there's so many of them. 'Em, they're everywhere. When I did my birth timeline or whatever, I found out that Hawaii was an integral place for me to visit. Interesting. Oh, that's cool. It tells you places for you to go. We were 4 miles up in the woods. We had to use the bulldozer for 2 days to get to the main road. I can't even understand how that, like, how even you can live that way. Like, I would not be tough enough. Yeah, that, and I know it was a boy deer. Here I go sounding like I don't know what I'm saying, but he had the points. I don't know, antlers, whatever, the things coming out. And it busted her radiator. And so they had to like tow the car off, and then they assessed it. They were going to see, is it going to be low enough that they can just fix the car? But it totaled it, so she ended up getting another vehicle. But she was okay. It just I went and picked her up that night and took her home, and then she got like a rental car for a few days to a week or whatever, and then she went and got her another one. But yeah, they totaled it, which her vehicle was an older vehicle. She's had it forever. And they basically just gave her like her insurance check, and then she used that to go towards another car because her car had been paid for. That's why I try to go so freaking slow on this road by our house. Fiona said, "You must think I'm bougie. I swear we grew up poor." And in my opinion, I would say I grew up poor, but I was like not in the era of like being self sufficient like that. We lived out in the middle of nowhere, but we lived off the grocery store and stuff. I still watch people on YouTube that like this one guy, y'all should look him up. What is his name? Titus Titus something. Like, I haven't watched him a whole lot, but he just came up on my feed one day. So where he lives, he chooses not to have his water turned on. And they don't have running water or nothing like that. They have like gardens. He doesn't eat meat, so I guess that helps that he doesn't eat meat, but he lives like off of the land. I'm sure they probably have to go to the grocery store certain parts, but they like can all their food. They grow gardens. They have water stream close by the house. He has like barrels that they collect rainwater in. That's interesting to see how people can live without modern day conveniences. Oh, the first 2 summers of '74 to '75, that was 10 years before I was born. I was born in 1985. For a couple of years, we were homeless in an RV. That's why I don't understand why my mom is giving me ish about She doesn't like you living in there, Tanya. I thought she would think you like. I look at it like you're having a good time, like you're living it up, in my opinion. Maybe I don't like see it the same way a lot of people do, but like I always go back and watch when you go live. I never see it in real time. Like I don't get the notification, so I'll go back and like watch your grocery hauls and stuff. In my opinion, you're like living a life of like there's not a lot of heaviness to it. Like it's helping not be in heaviness, I feel like. Or that's how I would feel if I was in that situation. Like it's not as heavy. You don't have as much to tend to and take care of and stuff. So it takes a load off in a way. That's the way I think of it. It may not all be good, but Goodman said it beat her homeless idea. She wants me to get a house and keep working full time. I can't do it. It's too expensive and I'm too tired. I'm not judging, but is she like a boomer? Because that's the way they all think. And also that generation, I'm not saying all of them, I'm just saying in general, at least a majority of them. They look at it like the reason why us millennials or any of us can't get big homes like they had or whatever is because we buy iced coffees, because we do certain things with our money. No, it's because inflation is more than what we've received in increase in salaries. That's why. But they look at it different than that because they're not living it. They're just looking from the outside in and they're saying, you should be able to get this and that just like we did it, but things aren't the same, you know? It was cutting off some of my messages. I think I fixed it. Dan said it typed his message in French. I don't know. It's showing correctly on my side now, but a while ago it was only saying top messages instead of all. Maybe she's worried about your safety. Maybe that is what. Yes, that's right. Fiona's probably right. And yes, during their time, they could afford it on one income a lot of times. I agree, Goodman. Every time you turn around, like it was like literally cutting out some of y'all's messages, and I noticed it on my phone, so I clicked over here. For 27 months, it's been HE double hockey sticks time for me to live on a string. I think you're gonna feel relief if you can not be stuck working there. Like if you can do it, then do it. Do what makes you happy at the end of the day. Hey Megan, how are you, baby? I know, I wasn't even understanding what they were trying to say. Something about Iran or something. Dan said it's typing it in English and then translating it to French. What the hell? Well, we're on a blue moon. That's the story of our life, Megan, hanging in there. Just another day in paradise, right? Tanya got him. Did it fix it, Dan? I can't believe it's showing him French. It's showing us English. Yeah, me too. I can see it in English. I don't know why it's doing that. I wonder if you close YouTube out and come back into my live, would it work? It's a song lyric. Must be standing alone and another beat in my heart. I don't know it. I don't know that song. Oh, it's working now. That's so weird. Dan done had Google Translate come up in the YouTube chat. Google Translate done took Dan to Paris. Miss Bikini done got poetic. Do you know me? Do I know you? I don't know. Do you know me? Dan is like a monkey with a stick of dynamite touching buttons. I don't know why when I come in here with y'all, I start to think about food. That's so true, Fiona. Dan would be able to hunker down and like create something out of nothing, and he would be like over there thriving, and I would be like crying because they ran out of aloe water. Click on your profile pic, then click on General Settings, select English, or try updating the app or switching device off and on. Goodman got the answers. Build a mall out of toothpicks. Yep. Yeah, I would literally be in tears because the CVS wouldn't be able to get me any aloe water. Only thing I could do is like dig in my cabinet and we could eat rice. That's about as good as I can get. I remember when Hurricane Michael came, we didn't have power for like 4 weeks. And I remember I was outside with like the propane grill and I thought I was so ingenuitive, whatever the word I'm trying to say is, resourceful, because I made coffee on there on the propane grill. Yeah, y'all would have to help me out. Mark could fish for all of us, and Dan could feed us wild birds. Whatever else is in the wild. Hopefully, y'all would like at least have some garden stuff and I could eat vegetables. Cause I don't know about the wild animals. I would feel like I would have to be hungry, as I said earlier, really hungry. If somebody said it's time to eat some beaver and rice, I would just eat the rice. The CVS in shambles, Marley on her knees, looking at the store, silently crying. Yes. And then here comes Dan with a plate of beaver and rice, and he's like, "You haven't ate in 2 days, Em. You gotta eat some. Just try it. It's not that bad once you take the first bite." Ooh. I'd be living off of rice. Y'all could have my helping of beaver. I saw a red fox, a female deer, and a skunk in my yard today. Flipping Nat Geo. You got the whole party out there, Megan. I swear Marley flies over to Washington to buy all the aloe water at the CVS. They probably don't stock it at the Washington CVS because they have like this little red dot where my CVS's are because I have 3 that I go to, and they probably have to send so many there that the Washington doesn't get none. But at least you found that one, store that orders it for you. Now you got the hookup. And I don't know if they order it like CVS, but it comes in like a 12 pack. The smaller ones, it'll be like a box and there'll be 12 inside of it. Yeah, that would work, Fiona. I could do that. Basically, red beans and rice, huh? I can believe that, Dan. I can see you doing that because you have a good heart. I know you would only do it because you would be, you know, doing it to live, not to be mean. I can't believe they have it. Um, let's do this for fun. Can I guess his sign? Capricorn or Scorpio? Cash Dog 214. Capricorns love cash and Scorpio men are dogs. There you go. There's my random guess. Tell me if I even got it close. Well, you do have on sunglasses, so maybe you're a Leo. Hell if I know. Sagittarius. Okay. I was not even close. You a Saggy, huh? I'm a Saggy rising with a Scorpio stellium. November 25th. Mine is November 12th. The good thing about a Sagittarius is you know where you stand with them because they're going to let you know. Good or bad, they'll let you know. Taurus with a Scorpio rising and a Libra moon. Fiona said she'll be in charge of weapons and strategic planning. That will be her role in the. I see Fiona being like on that one show, The Magic School Bus, and that little girl's on there. And she's like, according to my results, and I think her name is Phoebe. Fiona would be our Phoebe. Yep, my rising is a Sagittarius, Fiona. Me and Dan both are Saggy rising. Miss Bikini said she'll protect the garden and the women. She'll have like her Glock and her big long sword in case she runs out of bullets. She's still got the sword. My moon is Scorpio, so I literally have so much Scorpio, it's crazy. My sun, my moon, my Venus, and I don't even remember what else, but it's a stellium in Scorpio. That's how many I have. I think it's 5 placements in Scorpio. I don't even know how I winded up with that. Basically, and then my Mars is in Libra. So I think that helps soften all my Scorpio placements. So I don't come off like so Scorpio because my Mars is in Libra, maybe. Because Libras like to be very diplomatic about things. So I try to give people the benefit of the doubt as a Libra would, but with my Mars. My sun and moon are the same sign too. I know that's never fun. Like whenever you first get into watching tarot, and like people will say, "Watch your sun, moon, rising," or whatever. And then if your sun and the moon is the same, it's like, well, okay. You have a stellium in Libra. Do I believe in aliens? You know what I think, and I could be so wrong and off. I feel like there's all kind of things out there living, and the only reason why we're not like looking at them in this moment is because they're just on a different frequency. Kind of like think about this. Let me delete this old person. Thank you, Miss Bikini. You beat me to it. Thank you. But y'all know, like, when you're sitting in a room, you have Wi-Fi, going through the room. There's radio signals going through the room. That's just two random ones. X-ray, what is it when they do the X-rays and the little rays going through? You can't see none of those, right? That's how I think aliens are. There's like bunches of them, bacoodles of different ones, but it's just that they're on a different frequency. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but that's just my theory. What do you think? What do you think about it, aliens? We need to know. What's your theory? Your Mars is in Libra too, Fiona. See, that's the thing. That's where you get that diplomatic thing going on. I feel like Libras try to give people the benefit of the doubt to the point of their own detriment at times. Not all of them, but let's just think it's a quality of that energy. And you try to see things from others' perspective to the point of your own detriment sometimes when you have a lot of Libra energy. But sometimes it can work in your favor, but anything is possible, he said. But hell, I really don't know. I feel like there's stuff we can't see with our eyeballs, though. Y'all talking about fruit baskets with nuts? The lady that used to be my neighbor, she's like in her early 90s. She was talking about growing up in the country at Christmas time. I don't know what made me think of this, but they would all get like a big sock the night before Christmas, like Christmas Eve night, and they would like put it beside this little shoebox thing at the bed. They'd have like little, it looked like a shoebox, like cardboard box, and they would get like an orange, apple, nuts, a candy cane, a stick of peppermint. It wouldn't be a candy cane, but a stick of peppermint. Stuff like that was their actual Christmas presents. And she said you had to tote your little sock around the next day at Christmas because if you laid your sock down, they're gonna take your stuff. I'm trying to read y'all stuff here. Hold on, it's going away. Marley's a 2X Scorpio. I'm a 2X Sag. I quit trying to figure it out. I just chalk everything up as entertainment now. Hey, that sounds pretty good. We'll figure it out if we're supposed to, right? Do you really send Goodman a fruit basket, Dan? That's so incredibly sweet. I don't know if he does, but that sounds like something he would do. That is nice if you do. Goodman over there with his fruit basket. It really is, because we don't none of us know. We don't none of us really know. Goodman said he picked it himself. Yeah, Goodman's a Scorpio. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong, Goodman, but I'm pretty sure I remember you being a Scorpio. And Goodman is like a mod. I don't know. Do you still do all the channels that you used to do, Goodman? I remember you used to like do all these tarot channels. I don't see how you have enough energy to do them all, honestly. I don't watch them anymore, so I don't know if you're in there, but as Madonna said, nothing really matters. Scorpio sun, Gemini moon, and a Libra rising. That's a crazy combination. Scorpio sun and a Gemini moon. Miss Bikini said so did Queen. Y'all are on it with the song lyrics tonight. I've cut down a bit and I still do the decent ones. Okay. I just don't see how you're able to keep up with them. I remember you used to be in a lot of different ones back when I used to watch a lot. I don't watch I don't really watch tarot anymore. I guess if you count Mark, I do because I go in there, but I don't really go in there because of that. I just go in there to talk to all y'all. How many years now, Goodman? 2 or 3 years we have known each other. Yeah, how did y'all meet? I'm curious to know that. How did Dan and Goodman get hooked up? You do 4? You mod for 4? How do y'all have time to do that? I'm a slacker. I don't mod for anybody. I bet it's been like 3 years, Dan, because maybe 2. The trucker channel is the hardest. It's the biggest one I'm a mod for. We have to meet in Discord on another platform and speak about it. Goodman does 12? Y'all have like a whole job inside of YouTube doing that many. What do y'all do if more than one person is live? Y'all just go to the one that you do the most? Like I've heard Miss Bikini talk about that trucker channel before. So maybe that's like your main one, Miss Bikini. Like if he's live, that's your main channel since it's the biggest one. And 2 channels of your own. Bless your heart. And I know I said it earlier, but y'all subscribe to Goodman and Miss Bikini. I never mentioned your channel, Miss Bikini. You need to be like, hey, Marley, what the hell? And y'all are mods, so y'all can drop your channel links in here. Anytime you want to, feel free. So that way I never forget again. I'm saying anytime you want to, feel free, so I never have to remember. See, I'm being thoughtless and thoughtful all at once. Dan said we have secret lives. I just go online and check my own stats and see who's live, and I help out where I can. That sounds like a good plan. So that way you're not like, even though you're a mod, you're not like, I have to be there just because they're live. You just come in there, and if you have the time, you do it at that moment. That's a good thing. Goodman said that's when the favorites come in, and the reader I like the most gets my help. I feel you. Got to do what you got to do. 12. And you said you've cut back. So that means you probably did like 20 or 30 or something before. I haven't taken Goody to the weed room just yet. Dan has a weed. You go to a weed channel? I can't. Dan be taking Goody into the weed channel next. Miss Bikini's a favorite. Yeah, he's always sharing your channel and stuff. The weed channel. What do? They be just smoking on there or something? I mean, no judgment. They can do what they want to do. I can't smoke weed because I be getting paranoid. Ever since I had children, it don't work for me. Y'all would probably get a kick out of that. Seeing me do that. If I could do it, I would, honestly. But I can't. I have 310 right now. I'm stoked. Starting next week, I'll build to devote more time to it and get some software and learn how to edit properly. I don't know how to edit anything. As y'all see, I just go live. Goodman said the whole field disappeared in 20 minutes. I'm telling y'all, I'll be paranoid thinking somebody gonna get me. Smoking ain't for me. I wish it would do me like it does some people, where you just chill out and get hungry, and that's the end of it, right? But I have to get paranoid. That's my luck. We listen to music and smoke them funny cigarettes. Okay, I got you. I got you. I've never smoked pot before in my life, and my birthday is 420. Feeling I was supposed to do it after we retired, but oh well. Well, you should try it one time, Miss Bikini. Just make sure you're with someone that you're very comfortable around, that you love and trust, and that way you'll be good to go. And just don't do a whole lot. Just do just a little bit, just so you get the vibe of it. Because I may not would get paranoid if I did very little bit, but I ain't gonna risk it. Goodman said, I hate that stuff. Yeah, I think everybody's different. Maybe it affects everybody differently. Like some people just it chills them out, and then they have them some munchies, and that's the end of it. It just ain't for me because I can't. I don't know. My brain starts to overthink and stuff. It's crazy. Then I feel anxious and nervous and all that. Yeah, that could happen to me too, Miss Bikini. So, but as long as somebody does it and they ain't got no worry about their job or anything, more power to them. Some people, I swear, I think that we're all chemically made up differently or something. So it all affects us all differently. Like some people, it just chills them out. It was a coming of age in the 70s, how we earned our stripes, part of manhood. I could see that, Dan, especially in the 70s. And I'm sure you probably build up some tolerance. I don't know. I'm talking out my ass because I have no idea. But maybe after time goes by, like you can handle it better or something, maybe. Maybe I just never gave it a fair chance. Phil did it while he was getting chemo and it made him randy. I love this stuff, lol. It helped with nausea. Okay, so see, that's how it affected him. I literally read it out loud too. I was just reading unknowingly, and then there it was. I bet it probably helps, like if somebody's feeling sick from that, it probably would help with the appetite thing too, because it makes you hungry. I've had munchies before. After the paranoia went away, I got the hunger thing going. Hey, Matt, Miss Bikini said, okay, that's what it does. Let me give you some more. I just don't do it around people who aren't into it. They're more paranoid sober than I am baked. Yeah, Dan, I feel like you're so like laid back. Like you got this figured out. You're good to go. Some people can just do it. And then, y'all, that's probably how Dan knows how to cook all the food. He done put some creative concoctions together over the years. Tomorrow I work 4 hours, have a Teams meeting, and I'm done with that chapter. This is your last day? I did not realize that tomorrow was the last day. I was thinking you had next week and then it was your last day. They'll be one of my clients this fall. I'm so proud for you, Miss McKinney. Tomorrow's your last day. And see, you did a good job, or they wouldn't be wanting you to do that this fall. See what I mean? That's right. You have no reason to be scared. I do understand because I'm an overthinker myself, but you have no reason to be scared. You've already like added all the details together and you know you can make it in all the ways you need to make it. So you're good to go. And who's to say you won't get like more clients and that'll be slowly built up and that's a foundation for you to have for the rest of your life. You won't ever need to go back. You got this. You're going to be just fine. I do the same thing, overthink new things. It's just because our brain, our ego, whatever you want to call it, is used to the safety of the same thing day in and day out. It's like it feels safe, it's comfortable. So even if it's something good coming towards us, if it's around an unknown, we're going to feel worried even though there's no reason to be. Because that's just how we're wired as a human. We're naturally going to feel worried if it's not our normal comfort zone. Now you can work on your channel like you said and do the editing thing. Because all that energy, even the hours is one thing, but think about this. Even if you were only working 8 or 9 hours a day, it's not just that you're going to get back. You're going to get all the energy back from like times where you were annoyed or frustrated or whatever. All that energy you're going to get back too. So not just the time. Okay, Matt, I'll give you one. Is it about a certain subject or you just want to know what just whatever comes out? I agree with Dan completely because this channel helped me in the beginning when I first started it. It really did. All right, just a general. You can do like vlogs everywhere you go, you know? And the more time you can put into editing, you'll enjoy doing that. It'll just be kind of like an art project. The videos, adding your own little touches to them and effects, you know? That'll actually be something to look forward to. Are you gonna use CapCut? That's the one I've heard that most people is like it's user friendly from what I've heard. I've never edited anything, so but I have heard that that one's pretty user friendly. And I know they have a free version of CapCut, but you can upgrade if you decide to. And I also already have a routine scheduled for Sunday at 6 a.m. So you guys already used to contact from me at that time. Okay, so you already getting you a schedule down and everything. You're welcome. CapCut, CapCut. There's a free version of it. And do you have an iPhone, Miss Bikini? I have an iPhone and I know it works on there, but I'm not sure. It probably works on anything, honestly. Okay, perfect. You got an iPhone? That's what you should look like if you don't have any idea what you want to use yet, I would try that. And like one of the YouTubers that I watch, she does like DoorDash vlogs. That's what she started out with was the free version, and then she upgraded it eventually. But you don't have to in the beginning. You can always just use the regular one. All right, general for Matt on this blue moon. I keep thinking about that. I think it's like a country song about the blue moon. Does that blue moon ever shine on you? Y'all know the song I'm talking about? I did breathe heavy when I called sis last month, Marley. You called Tanya. I did not even know about this. Okay, so you may have some sort of decision you have to make, and it doesn't have to be a big deal, Matt, since it's a general, it could be anything. But I think it's going to make you feel stuck on like left or right, up or down, this or that kind of energy. And the cards are basically saying that this thing, the Ace of Pentacles reversed, the potential for this thing is here. And the longer you stay in the Two of Swords energy, the longer it's going to take for the progression to be made. And if you're wondering about like if I go left, is it going to fail? Or if I go right, is it going to fail? I think if you go either way, it can work either way. So pick a path and start walking, whatever this is. So just say over the next week, just be like mentally aware of getting stuck in decision making mode. So if there's anything that comes up where you have a choice to go left or right, one or two, up or down, that kind of thing, either way, the potential for this seed that you're planting can have progression with the Knight of Cups. The only thing that's going to stop you is if you stay in this decision making energy and don't pick one or the other. So just keep it in the back of your mind over the next week or so that if a decision comes up and you feel kind of stuck on which way to go, pick a path and start walking because either one of them there can be progression. So there is no failing answer. There's no wrong answer in it. You can go either way and make your results happen. It may feel like one way could fail or the other, and it could get you in like this fear energy of if I pick the wrong way, the thing won't happen. But actually, pick either one and progression will be made. The only way you're going to feel stuck is if you don't choose one at all and you're just kind of stuck in that fear cycle. I hope that makes sense. Oh, you had to mail him his winter things that you made on Super Bowl Sunday. A key ring for Mrs. Aquarius so she can put the garage key or the house key and lock him up. That's so cool. You sent him some gifts. Oh, Matt done found him a woman. Matt's got a woman. Matt's got a woman. You done found her on the, what is them dating apps called? Where they swipe? I'm just kidding. I don't know where he found her. I'm just trying to pick on him. I can't think of them, but there's like dating apps. Matt's got a woman. Oh, he says she found him. She's one of them women that knows what she wants. You have to bring her in here and let us vet her, Matt. I'm just kidding. I hope she's good. Oh, him and Fiona won some diamond dot art from you from the Dollar Tree. So that's so cool. And Fiona got a watermelon keychain. That's so cool. I love that. Yeah, like Emily's got that little dream catcher thing and she loved that. Miss Bikini be so thoughtful. Matt's got a woman. He said, I turn them away, but her I cannot. Oh, she done got a piece of your heart. This woman done got a piece of Matt's heart. That's awesome. We're going to put it out into the universe that this is going to be a good woman. This is going to be a good woman. If I ever tell y'all I have a man, just know that an alien abducted me and they're impersonating me. Okay? I'm going to post a picture of my picture that Miss Bikini made. Okay, that's cool. I know. I did not even know that I could have a community page where y'all could post until like the other day when y'all seen me post. That's how behind in life I am. I didn't know that on YouTube you could have it where your subscribers can interact with the community. That's so cool. Y'all talked all night. Lots of times. Anybody that you can connect with on a mental level, that's a good thing. That's a good sign. Miss Bikini said, I teased Marley. What do we want to see? We want to see you, dear. We want to see you to quit bullshitting. And she's only a 1 hour drive away. What are the odds that she found you online and y'all are only 1 hour apart? That's pretty dang cool. Y'all got to go on a date. And you got to tell us how it goes. Take her out for some coffee or some ice cream. So that way, if it goes bad, you don't have to be stuck eating a whole dinner. See, I'm thinking outside the box. And then if you like her, you can be like, oh, you want to go do something else too? But if not, now you got a way out. I hope it can work too. Just remember, Tanya, the hardest part on the YouTube channel thing is getting your first 1,000 subscribers. After that, it's a little easier, which mine doesn't grow now because I never get on here, but it just seems like it gets a little easier. And you can always post your channel in here. I know I told you, but you never do. So I'm reminding you, you can post your channel so people can subscribe. We'll do it anyway, Matt. Nobody's in here getting readings. We'll ask. We'll ask, but don't let it discourage you no matter what comes out. Dan said if she's a keeper, make her a homemade dinner like spaghetti. All right, does this look like somebody that has potential for Matt? Does this look like someone that has potential for Matt? Yeah, take her out for some ice cream or some coffee. And then if she's a if she's a crazy lady, you can just like back away slowly. Yes, you can, Fiona. I love pulling them. You sure can. All right, Matt. All right. So this person did have some sort of past connection that did her kind of dirty. King of Wands, Knight of Wands reversed, but she has detached from it. The Eight of Cups says that she's walked away from whatever this is. But I feel like it's coming up because it's telling you your advice to make this have potential is to keep it like don't put any expectations on where it needs to go in the beginning. The Knight of Pentacles, they just take things slow and steady. They show like an established pattern of communication between the person. If they say they're going to call, they follow up and do it. Just always keep your word, even with small things. I think that's important because it'll give this person a sense of stability in getting to know you. But if you're wondering about a past connection, like if this person has shared like she had a bad connection in the past, if you're wondering if she's still holding on to that, no. She has actually detached energetically from it. But it's showing up in the energy because she's going to be comparing any new connection to whatever she went through before. And they kind of like put her through the ringer, so it's causing her to be guarded. So we can't make anybody drop their guard, right? But what we can do is we can show them stability by keeping our word even with small things. Knight of Pentacles. Because she is healing and she is actually healing. Like she's making progress. Three of Swords reversed, Five of Cups reversed. So she's coming out of that energy. The only thing that I would say is that she's guarded when it comes to romance in general. But that's okay because the Knight of Pentacles is telling you that if you just don't try to rush it to make it be something, it doesn't have to be a certain thing. This is just me getting to know you, you getting to know me, and I'm going to keep my word and you keep your word. Like, you don't have to say that, but you know what I mean. If I say I'm going to text you today, if I say I'm gonna call you at 5, but something comes up, instead of just not calling, I'm gonna send you a quick text and say, I know I said I would call you at 5, but something come up. I will call you shortly. You see how like you're showing her stability like that? You're showing her an established pattern. That would be the best thing for this. But she has let go of whoever was in her past. So I would say yes, it has potential. Let me see what you said. And it's over. She's told me all of that and amazing. That's exactly how it is. So yeah, I think it has potential. She just got a rocky background from some other person. But don't we all? You know what I'm saying? If we're all like grown people, we usually have somebody in our past. So you got this, Matt. You're gonna have to take her out on a date, a coffee date, and tell us how it goes. We're gonna be cheering you on. Matt's got a woman. Matt's got a woman. All right, I'm gonna give Fiona a Gilmore Girl card. Matt's got a woman. He's like, shut the hell up. All right, Fiona. Let's see what card you get. I haven't shuffled them like this before. I'll see if they would do it. Miss Bikini, I can't believe you found Gilmore Girl cards. She found me on YouTube and kept persisting till she broke me. She broke you in off of YouTube, huh? He said, "No, Marley, don't shut up." Matt's got a woman. Dan wants one too. All right, Dan, you'll be next. I'm gonna convince Dan to watch the Gilmore Girls if it's the last thing I do. I know they're so cute. I thought that was the cutest thing ever. You want one too, all right? I'll give everybody one. I love these cards. I've never even heard of Gilmore Girl Oracle cards. I don't know how you found them. I don't know. I didn't know they made them till you found them. All right. Fiona got Luke Danes. So let's see what page he's on. Luke Danes is on number 9. It says the true love. We all know Luke Danes is the true love of the Lorelai saga. That's usually how it happens, Matt. That's when you find somebody else when you make your mind up. Okay, Luke Danes, the true love. Luke Danes is a steadfast presence in Lorelai and Rory's life. Not only do they eat at his diner basically every day, but he is there for them and their fellow Stars Hollow residents in his own quiet way. Though Luke hides his kind heart and thoughtful nature behind a somewhat, I don't know how to say that word, curmudgeonly exterior, like maybe like a gruff exterior, because he can be grumpy. He's deeply loyal to the people he cares about, especially one, Lorelai Gilmore. That kind of support is priceless and often goes overlooked. Be the Luke for someone in your life, a reliable helping hand, a shoulder to cry on, or a partner to snark with. Offer them a seat at the table and never forget the power of a cup of coffee or a plate of pumpkin pancakes. Yes, you are, Fiona. You got that nurturing side to you because Luke is a nurturer, even though he probably don't want to admit it. Matt said he tried to turn the woman down, but he couldn't do it. Well, let's hope since she's only an hour away. What are the odds on YouTube you found her? Like, there's something you need to meet her for. You know. All right, now we're going to give Miss Bikini. Dan, you want a Gilmore Girl card? We're going to give Miss Bikini one, and then if Dan wants one, Dan usually says don't give him no card. Curmudgeon. 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 I've never heard that word before. That's a very not an ordinary word, like it's out of the ordinary. Curmudgeon. You are welcome, Matt. And I hope it works out. Oh, Dan is first, Miss Bikini says. Dan, you're first, whether you want a card or not. We're giving you one anyway. He says, sure. Sure. It's like an old fart. All right. Dan the man. Age before beauty. Dan the man. Age before beauty. The first pronunciation you said. Curmudgeon? Is that it? Did y'all know that word before? Curmudgeon. Okay, like the liquor. Curmudgeon. It's 4:16 a.m. Where you are right now? Good Lord have mercy. All right, Dan, what you got? What you got? What you got? I can't get it it's stuck together. Rory Gilmore, the daughter. All right, let's see what you get. What page is Rory on? Page 3. Rory Gilmore knew what she wanted Harvard. From a young age, she devoted herself to her studies with this specific goal in mind until she realized that the famed Ivy League was not actually the place for her, and she chose Yale instead, thus altering the course of her whole life. As she enters adulthood, Rory learns that you can spend hours studying and reading, but you can't ace the test of life simply by shoving your nose in a book, especially when it comes to your relationships with romantic partners, family, and even yourself. It's okay to doubt yourself, mess up, and question your decisions. It's those mistakes and missteps that make you grow, and that's something you can't find in a textbook. Okay, okay, okay. He was talking to her till 3 a.m. That's why you went missing earlier. Because you was talking to the woman. Dan, you got the daughter. You got the message that everything isn't able to be learned in a textbook. Okay. Now we're about to get Miss Bikini. Dan is a student of life. That card fits him. Dan said, "Oh my." Dan is a student of life. Lucky girl. What you doing? Long time no see. All right, Miss Bikini. The Gilmore card for Miss Bikini. I love these little cards. The best way to do them, though, is to have the book and read whatever's on the pages. That's what I think, Dan. If he's on the phone talking at 3 a.m., he's headed for a coffee date for sure at this rate. You got Luke Danes. Do you want me to read it if somebody else just got that one? Or do you want me to pick you a different one? I'm going to go ahead and pick you a different one since we just read Luke. He said, "Oh no, she loves me, no doubt." Okay, we're doing this one, Miss Bikini. The 24-hour dance marathon. If you haven't watched this episode, you have to. All right, let me see. It's called The Competition. Let me see what page it's on. Page 73. 73 breaks down to a 10, which is about cycles ending and new ones beginning numerically. Yeah, Fiona got Luke. And Miss Bikini can resonate with Luke too. I'm just being annoying and getting a different one so I can read y'all other ones in the book. All right. 24-hour dance marathon. Lorelai is desperate to win the Stars Hollows 24-hour dance marathon, a competitive all-day, all-night event hosted by Taylor Dosey, but one year in particular brings the drama, especially for Rory, whose love triangle with Dean and Jess finally comes to a head. In life, there are plenty of these perfect storm moments when it feels like everything crumbles at once. And the best thing to do to navigate them is to hold on to your life preserver. In Rory's case, it was her mother Lorelai. and feel your feelings, even if it's in the middle of an empty dance floor while Kirk parades around with a trophy. I love that. You should watch that episode. Miss Bikini is cute. What number is Luke? Let me see. Luke is number 9, so that could be like you have a little bit of fight left in you, because think about like the 9 of Wands or the 9 of Swords, or like you're in the midst, you're not at the very end of something, but you're like right there before the culmination of a period when the 9 shows up. You're very welcome, Miss Bikini. Why have I been seeing 64 for about 45 years now? The number 1 keeps coming up. It could be like a leader energy, maybe. 64 can break down to a 10, which is a 1. Your individuality as a person, as your way of thinking, what your energy brings to the table in your friend groups, your family groups, your romantic partners, is something that's very individual to you. Like there's not a lot of people that have your type of energy that bring what you bring to the table, that kind of thing. Look, he said her brain is still in 4% function. Oh, number 9, Fiona. So number 9 can be like I think I just said this. I feel like I'm having deja vu. Hold on. Did I? Did I say that about 9? I swear I'm losing my mind. That's right, Dan. You're awesome like me. I could take that. I'll take it. 9 can be like you're in there's still a ways to go. There's still some left in this certain cycle or thing that's happening. It hasn't come to a head or a culmination. But you have inside of you what it takes to get to the finish line. That kind of energy for 9. Lucky said her brain is still in 4% mode. Thank you, Fiona, but I can't stand this light that's above my head. It feels like a hospital. I need to invest in like some good lamps because I have this one down here on the floor beside me, but when I cut the light on up here, I feel like y'all can't see the cards. So yeah, it's only the reason why it bugs me is because it's like a feeling, it's like these recessed lights in the ceiling and it feels too bright to my green eyeballs. Matt said, Dan said, thanks, Matt. Careful, I'm a Leo. I might explode. Matt's an Aquarius. What is the girl, Matt? Do you know what the girl's birthday is? We'll tell you what she is for you. We would like to know the T of her zodiac sign. Yep. The devil was an angel too, Fiona. I'm just kidding. Thank you. He's going to look. We're gonna have to do her whole birth chart for him. He done asked her birthday on text. That's why he's going to look. I want this to be his wife now. I'm such a romantic. Don't y'all? Don't y'all want this to be his wife? I don't know. I hope he's good. Your life path number 11. I'm not good at this, but I'm gonna guess I'm sticking with 11 or 8. Two Aquariuses are as bad as two Scorpios. He might have fell asleep because right now it's 12:30 at his house. That's right. Tell him, Miss Bikini, don't take advice from me. Gotta go slow. Get to know them, be their friend first, right? Fucking damn it. He's going to check her birthday. Oh, God. If he's an Aquarius and he comes back and says she's a Leo, I'm going to fall out my chair. Yeah, it's late. I know. I'm going to go after we figure out Matt's woman's. I'm going to call it Matt's friend because I don't want to be toxic, but really it's his woman. Because I am toxic. My, what do you call it? Obsessive Scorpio energy gonna call him his wife at this point. It's 1, Marley. That's a life path number of leadership. That is so not me. I never want to be anyone's leader. I'm not a leader nor a follower. You're just your own self. Like, you're just your own self. You're not trying to make anybody follow you, but you don't want to have to go along with the crowd either. Phil was a 33. Those are rare. Dan's cracking open a beer if she's a Leo. If he left us on red, he better come back because I need to know her birthday. A Scorpio and a Cancer can be best friends. I've had a couple of best friends in my life and they were Cancers. I don't know. A Cancer just gets us. And Miss Bikini will take a shot of vodka. If he comes back and says she's a Leo, I'm falling out my damn chair. Cancer and Scorpio is best friend vibes. I don't care what anyone says. Scorpio and Pisces also. Because the Pisces doesn't so you know how Scorpio be poking people? They're not trying to be mean. They'll just say certain things and it's like a subconscious thing we do, right? It's like a testing sort of energy. Like we'll say something out of left field just to see how you respond, or we'll ghost you because we're being on our own today and we go to bed at 8:30 randomly and you don't see us for a week. The Pisces doesn't care. None of that intimidates a Pisces. I agree, Dan. Fiona said, I'm not that honest, Dan. Yes, you are. But you do it in a way that is soft on the edge so it doesn't hurt somebody's feelings. You bring the truth with a softness around it. He tries to poke me, but I poke him too to test his boundary. Is it a Scorpio? If it's a Scorpio, just know. Are you a Pisces and he's a Scorpio? Oh, I'm just kidding. But those two energies do jive well because of the fact that, think about it. The Scorpio is water, and so is the Pisces, but the Pisces is just kind of like they might get mad, but they're not mad. They're mutable water, so they're like going through all these different emotions in a day's time. The Scorpio holds grudges for life, but it's different with the Pisces. So the stuff that the Scorpio does to test the Pisces, it doesn't really get to the Pisces. They're just like, that's who the Scorpio is. It's fine. Whatever. And it doesn't intimidate them. So then the Scorpio's like, oh, this person's not going to judge me for the way I am. They're accepting me for who I am. So now I'm going to start to let my walls down. And then once I do, and they see the Pisces doesn't try to hurt them, then they open up to them. Miss Bikini, I'm reading this stuff y'all are putting in here. Yes, Fiona, I definitely noticed that about you. That's like one of your character traits. I'm going to get a muffin. I'll be right back. I poke like this. He doesn't like PDA and I tease him. So you're the Cancer, Lucky. Because I know Fiona's a Cancer. So if she said March, she's either a Pisces or an Aries. Right? I have no snacks. I ate them all. I found some candy laxatives though. I didn't eat those, lol. Oh man, I hate it when I eat all my snacks. We ate most of our snacks. I just made these muffins. Only reason why we had these is because I'm lazy and I wait till there's no other snacks and then I'll make these because you have to actually cook them. And I am lazy when it comes to cooking. If it is March, I'm pretty sure that means she's either a Pisces or an Aries. He's a Scorpio and he's a lawyer. She said, I like holding hands, he doesn't. I don't know if it's because of the age. He's 51 this year or because he's a lawyer and doesn't want to be seen soft. Oh, your car has the light on? You're like me, you get paranoid about it. Yeah, she's probably an Aries. Fire and air is a good combination. Well, the good thing if there's a Cancer and a Scorpio, y'all have best friend vibes going for you anyway. Scorpios and Cancers can mix well. Hey Pam, how are you, baby? Dan said he's just happy he can play grab ass at 62. Lucky you done found you a man. Is this all the people that come in here's time of year that they gonna find a man? Cause Matt's done found a woman. Lucky done found a man. I didn't even know Lucky had found a man. I'm behind on all the tea. Miss Bikini could feel his eyes on her butt. That's right. At least it was your butt. That's like when Miss Bikini found some pictures of herself in his phone and she's like, well, at least it was me. Y'all had like the whole in love thing going on. Y'all was truly in love. Yeah, see, there's a picture on his phone. I didn't read that and I said what I said, and then I see this comment of my sandy butt at the beach with the sunset. At least it's my butt. He is the ass man. I never seen that before. I've seen Seinfeld, but not that. I met him at my last work. He's been in my orbit even when I was still with the low vibrational Aquarius. So when we broke up, he took it as an opportunity. So this was like your ex coworker that was like your friend or something. I'm just reading y'all's conversation. I think I need to go to bed because it's almost midnight and I have to get up in the morning to go to work. It's already Monday. He was the head of legal at your other job. Lucky done found her a lawyer, man. You made it, Miss Bikini. I'll be thinking about you tomorrow on your last day and your first date of freedom. Tomorrow is Freedom Eve for you. This is the last night you have to go to bed and wake up a working girl. The very last time you have to go to bed to wake up a working girl. You earned it, so be proud of yourself. Lucky done found her a successful businessman. And if he gets you food, that's all that I need to know. You should keep him. I mean, come on, he gets you food? And we know he probably has some money up in there. If he's a lawyer. Food and money? What else is there? I know what else there is, but I'm just saying in general. He's a Scorpio, so you'll be good on that too. That workplace was toxic. I'm glad you're getting away. I am too, Fiona. I agree. Because when you're not happy at a place like that, it takes over your life even when you're in your free time. Yeah, he bring me peppermint bark, I will change my rules about never getting married again. Peppermint bark and aloe water, done deal. Okay, y'all, I have to go get in the bed. I won't want to get up in the morning. I know, Pam. I'm going to start doing better. I haven't been coming on here hardly ever. I'm glad you got to come in for a second. And I did add a community thing on here so that anybody that's subscribed can like post. So if y'all want to post and interact, I activated it like a week ago. All right, y'all have a good night too. I love y'all and I thank y'all for coming in here. And hopefully I will see y'all again in a day or two. All right, love you. Bye.